Good morning, students. You are all welcome to a fresh semester, that is the fifth semester of BCom final year English medium, whether it is C section or D section. I am your teacher, Dr. K.V. Somnath, Assistant Professor, GS College of Commerce, Wardha, Maharashtra. First of all, I wish all of you to stay safe and stay protected along with your family members and go out if it is at most necessary only by following the COVID-19 protocols like wearing a face mask, keeping the social distance at least 2 feet and sanitizing your hands frequently, and if it is possible, I hope that you might have taken at least one dose of the COVID-19 vaccine, right? Apart from that, keep your health good by taking nutritious food. Now, as a teacher, I would like to first inform you that I am going to teach the subject of management process for the BCom 5th semester students for the English medium section, whether it is C section or D section. Now, first of all, let us go to the justification of this subject in your final year. Why this subject has been put by the RPM Nagpur University for you in the 5th semester. The main objective behind this particular syllabus framing and giving you the subject is to equip the students with the knowledge of management process and inspire them to acquire required quality to face the managerial challenges. You know that management is not new to you, management process is not new to you, and you know already several times you might have come across all these words through your BCom first semester, BCom second semester, BCom third semester, BCom fourth semester. How in BCom first semester you have studied the subject business organization. In the BCom second semester you have studied the subject business management. In the BCom third semester second year you might have studied business communication and management. And in the fourth semester in BCom second year you have studied skill development. And now in the fifth semester in BCom final year you are studying the management process. So by till now you have come across what is business organization, what is business management, who is the manager, what is management, what are the functions of management, what are the roles of a manager, what are the skills required on the part of a manager, and so on and so forth. So that's why this particular subject is not that much of hard enough. But then the question comes, why it is to be studied once again? Right? Here the things is, if you observe the syllabus has been framed in such a manner into 4 units that the first unit deals about management and administration. The second unit starts with the managerial development and group dynamics. And the third unit deals with managerial styles. And the fourth unit is including with motivation. Right? So if you observe all these 4 units in a chronological order, if a manager has been appointed in a company at a particular designation as a manager, maybe marketing manager, financial manager, human resource manager, or general manager, or any other particular functional oriented manager, that is called as functional manager, the manager should have the ability to lead that particular department or the organization as a whole. Already you know what is management. Management is an art and science of getting things done through others. So management is a profession. Management is an art. Management is a science. It is all. And managers are expected to manage. Means management is nothing but getting things done through others. So when we are supposed to make the others work according to our direction, our requirements, our objectives, our goals, our targets, then there is a huge requirement on the part of the manager to have the managerial skills, to have the ability of management, and to have a clear-cut distinction between what is management and what is administration. So that's why the first unit has been given in the name of management and administration. Management and administration. This is the first unit what you will have in your syllabus. The second unit is managerial development and group dynamics. Managerial development and group dynamics. The third unit deals with managerial styles. And the last unit deals with motivation. So you might have remembered that when you were studying in BCom second semester in the subject of business management, there is no syllabus or a part in the syllabus as motivation is. So which was not covered in BCom second semester business management subject, that has been included here as the last unit of the management course. Then what is the need of studying this? Because getting things done through others, that is what management. So but basically, when a manager wants to get the things done through others or the subordinates or the members in the particular department and the employees of the department, then there is a great need and necessity on the part of the managers to motivate them. In order to motivate the employees, in order to motivate the subordinates, in order to motivate the human resources within his department, a manager should know how, why, when, and in which process the concept of motivation is to be applied and get the things done. So that's why he has to understand the psychological areas of a human being, psychological human aspects of a human resource or a subordinate. Then only he can effectively manage the organization or the department, right? This is what a overall crystal clear bifurcation of the 4 units of your syllabus management process. Unit 1 management and administration, Unit 2 management development and group dynamics, Unit 3 managerial styles, and Unit 4 motivation, right? For example, this syllabus has been framed for you in keeping in view for the BCom 5th semester. So after BCom, you might have gone to MBA. You might have gone some other professional areas. Then there is an utmost need for you to perform the roles and the responsibilities of managers. So that's why the chief objective behind this subject introduction to you is to equip the students with the knowledge of management process and inspire them to acquire required quality to face the managerial changes. Always, what we have already studied in business management, every time the role of a manager is to manage the resources, including human resources. And we have already studied in business economics also that resources are scarce and how effectively the resources are supposed to be managed. So whenever the question of scarcity arises, and when the question of scarcity arises, there is no other option but to manage. And all managers will always face the abundant scarcity of the resources, because in economics again we have studied human wants are unlimited and the resources are limited. So when the resources are limited, automatically in order to satisfy the unlimited human wants, we need to manage. There is no other option. So that's why scarcity, which is one of the areas of economics, has been a foundation for the subject context of management. Henceforth, where there is scarcity, there is no other option in the hand of a manager but to manage it. Henceforth, it is a discretionary ability on the part of the managers to manage the resources and see that with limited resources or the scarce resources, how effectively the ends, the objectives, the targets, the goals of an organization or a department or an institution is supposed to be derived amicably, efficiently, effectively, and such that the success has been derived through the managerial abilities, roles, skills, and qualities of a manager in an organization, right? So this is the way how the 4 units have been developed as a syllabus for you. Now coming to the question of the offline way of examination is concerned. So whenever we go for the offline way of examination and evaluation of the student is concerned, the paper has been put at the semester end in the same way in which you might have already covered in the earlier semester examinations also. In the first unit, you will get A or B, A and B, or there is a question namely C. The A question consists of 8 marks, the B question consists of 8 marks, or the C question consists of 16 marks. Means when you are answering the question, either you have to A, B put together you have to answer. If you don't know any one of these A, B, then it is must for you to answer the C, which comprises of 16 marks. Means every unit according to the syllabus has been given under 5 questions. You have four units. From unit 1, the question number 1 comes. From unit 2, the question number 2 comes. From unit 3, the unit number 3, the question number 3 comes. From unit 4, the unit question number 4 comes. Everywhere the similar pattern you will get it just like what we have written in the earlier examinations. So unit 1 16 marks, unit 2 16 marks, unit 3 16 marks, unit 4. Now the fifth question is concerned. In the fifth question you have 4 questions which are compulsory. There is no choice or option. Every question will consist of 4 marks. Means 16 marks. This is 64 marks plus 16 marks. The total is 80 marks. This is what you will have the term and final examination in the subject management process or any other subject. Apart from that, you will have 20 marks internal. And you know already you have experienced how the internal marks will be allocated to you based upon your performance, based upon your effectiveness, based upon your abilities, which are tested from time to time through various avenues by the teacher as well as by the college. From that, you will get maximum marks if you perform well and fare well in every manner. And the what marks you achieve out of the 80 plus out of this 20, you will get a total of 100 marks. For example, a student has scored out of 80, 60 marks in the external examination and 20 out of 20 in the internal. So you will get 80 marks out of 100 as your final score. So this is the way how the examination, if in the case of offline mode is given. For example, during the case of this COVID-19, we are all experiencing, now the examinations have become online. When the online examinations have been put, we have an option to go through multiple choice questions. So again you will have here 20 marks internal multiple choice questions examination, 80 marks external multiple choice question examination. So in everywhere, in the case of 20 marks, each bit or each question of 1 mark will be given. In the case of 80 marks external examination MCQ, each bit will be given of 2 marks. So here 40 questions will be given, here 20 questions will be given. So 40 into 2, 80 marks, 20 into 1, 20 marks. This is the way how you will have the online examination if your examination is conducted on online. But by God's grace, we hope that you will write the external examination only, because it is much essential to project your abilities in the case of the external examination as a offline examination rather than the online examination, because you will have the need and ability to be developed through descriptive way of answering the examination. So what are the contents in each unit? I will go for a simple reading. The first unit, you will have management administration as the topic. Under that, you will study management concepts, levels of management, importance and functions of various levels of management, administration, meaning, concept and functions of administration, differences between management and administration. These are the concepts you will study under the unit 1. In the case of the unit 2, the topic name is managerial development and group dynamics. Under this heading, what you will study: need for developing managerial skills, skills required of a manager, classification of managerial skills, methods of developing skills of managers, group dynamics, meaning and significance, types of groups, group formation, development, and group composition. In the unit 3, the topic is managerial styles. Under that, you will learn about meaning and types of managerial styles, X and Y theory of McGregor, factors influencing managerial style, organization conflict, traditional and modern approaches to conflict resolution, management as a profession, significance of professional managers in current scenario. These are the topics you will study under the unit 4, unit 3. Under the unit 4, we will have the topic namely motivation, which you have not covered in the become second semester business management subject. That's why wantedly this unit has been inducted into your syllabus, because it is utmost essential on the part of a manager to know and practice the concept of motivation for effective management of their resources as well as human resources particularly. So in the motivation, you will study about definition, meaning and concept of motivation, kinds of motivation and its importance, theories of motivation, Maslow's theory of need hierarchy, Hedgeworth's theory of motivation, relationship between motivation and product. Right? So these are the units you will have to study. Now, as far as the reference books are concerned, there are some international reference books are there. There are some national level reference books are there in your library or in our college library. Apart from that, there are some specific books which are written as per our RTM Nagpur University syllabus is concerned. Right? So, as far as the important reference books are concerned, you know that a famous writer, Harold Kunz and Cyril O'Donnell, a book is there, Essentials of Management. It's a great book. Another book is Principles of Management, written by L.M. Prasad. Apart from that, there are so many books available on the context of management. Now, observe you, for example, if you observe the syllabus here, it is not purely management subject. So, what are the other areas included in the syllabus? Okay, undoubtedly, most of the areas are related to management subject. But apart from that, here you have the inputs from the other areas of management. That is what we call it as OB, organizational behavior. Right? So, putting together, we have the concept of the syllabus or the elements taken from the subjects of management and the subject of organizational behavior. Now coming to the question, what is this organizational behavior? Just like what we have studied in your second year business communication subject about the concept of behavior. What is the behavior? Behavior is nothing but the communication of a person. And in the case of skill development also, we have studied in the fourth semester about what is personal. So in the similar manner, how the organization also communicates means how the organization behaves. In the case of a triangular version of understanding, in the case of human communication or human behavior, we have perception, attitude and learning. These are the three elements which can combinedly put together will have their emphasis as behavior. In the case of human behavior. In the similar manner, in the case of organization also, there are 3-4 areas which can govern the behavior of the organization, like people, structure, technology. Putting together these three, we will have the organizational communication or the organizational behavior. There is a similarity here if you observe. In the case of human behavior, we have three elements: perception, attitude, and learning. And putting together these three blend, that comes under the human behavior or the human communication. How we learn about the communication of a behavior of a person? Through the communication of the person only. In a similar manner, how we learn about the behavior of an organization? Through the communication of the organization. But how the communication is being to be defined? It is depending upon the people of the organization, the structure of the organization, and the technology and technicalities of the organization. Putting together these three, there will be organizational behavior as well as organizational communication. So the same is being studied in the case of organizational behavior. So if you observe, everywhere there is a blend of both the subjects. In first unit also, you will have management arena plus organizational behavior arena. In the second unit also, management arena, organizational behavior arena. In the third unit, same. In the fourth unit, same. So that's why this subject is a combination of not a single particular concept of management. It is a combination of both management and behavior. So this is all for this today's first lesson. I don't want to upload more and more in your mind as it is the first lesson to you. In the next lesson, we'll go for the discussion of the topics unit wise, concept wise, context wise in a specific manner. Thank you. Thank you very much. All the best.